Hi everyone, Happy New Year! Because let's be honest, today is really the start of the year, isn't it? Okay, why am I on here? After I've been like missing in action for a very, very long time. I don't have any reason, and I don't think I need to give a reason because I don't have one. I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna film a YouTube video and just say hi. I have missed doing my YouTube videos. It's just that life has been lifing, and I'm not gonna come up here and make any promises and say that this year, 2023, I'm about to like, I'm gonna be giving you videos back to back, because I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna have the time, I don't know if I'm gonna have the patience, or I don't know if I'm gonna have the energy for this. But what I will do is I will go with the flow. That's basically what I'm gonna do. But how have you guys been? So I was in Lagos for Christmas, which is fantastic. And I will say in my 11 years of living there, it's so funny, you know, like when you live somewhere, you don't really partake in certain things. So like, even when the term Dirty December was coined, which was like, is it like 5-6 years ago or something? You know, I found that December, I was always working. I was always like in a play or shooting something. So this time when I actually went home, obviously not being there anymore full time, I'm in and out basically. I Dirty Decembered. Yeah, I had a good time. It's not like I was out excessively, but I went to concerts. I just had a really fun time. And I think that is the thing about when you live in a certain city, it's just different when you live there. Especially, it's very annoying when you're there and then like the entire diaspora, no offense, descends on the city and then traffic is crazy and whatever. But, you know, for having lived there and sort of like being in and out now, I know how to maneuver basically. So I had a really, really good time. My kids had a great time. What I will say is, so ticket prices on airplane tickets are crazy. Took a flight with my kids and I don't know, how do I say this without sounding, it's not bougie. Bougie is not the word. How do I say this? Anyway, took basically, I told myself that when my daughter turned 2, I would never fly business class. Let me not say this. Let me not say never. I said that it's a waste of money for me to fly with my children business class, especially when my daughter turned 2, so she's not on a lap seat. So when your child is under 2, you have to, they don't have like their own seat basically. And it's because when we flew back in the summer, we were on a flight and she was in a lap seat, and I was in business class for British Airways. That girl, she should be Pepe. My daughter should be Pepe. And all I was thinking was, I can't even enjoy. I can't lie down. Like, she cried for an hour. She threw herself on the floor. I just left her there. She cried. I now put her on the bed. I was just looking. You know what I mean? My son was like, Mommy, can you shut up? I was like, well, you did this as well. You know. And it's also very, very expensive. And I'm thinking, just a little tiny person, like, why do they need this whole seat when they can be sitting in the back of the plane? You know what I mean? The only problem is I have to sit in the back of the plane with them, and that's not fun. So we took premium economy to go to Lagos. And I have to say, I was even less rested than I would have been if I was in business. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I was uncomfortable. Also, the new Virgin planes, what is up with that? I don't like them. No, don't like them. Anyway, I digress. The point of me telling you this story is that when we landed, and I just remember how ghetto certain flights can be, flights to Lagos, is that we landed, and then I haven't experienced this in a while, but I was like, okay, my children are going to sit here. What do you call it? So we land, right? And then there's this guy. I was sort of like sitting in the second row, and this woman is behind her. She's like, excuse me. And she's kind of pushing people out of the way. And she's like, I really need the toilet. I really need to go to the bathroom. And I was like, oh, okay. So she moved. And then this guy was like, excuse me. And she was like, sorry. She's trying to go past. So, well, you know how you disembark and then they have to pull the plane to the door or something. You know, it's not straightforward. And so she finishes out of the bathroom and she's trying to come back and she's like, excuse me. And this guy this guy is like, whoa, you know, you're just rude. You're just rude. He just starts. And she's like, sorry, I need to get past. You know, she'd finished in the toilet. And he was like, move, man. Don't move me, man. And she was just like, he now pushes her. And when I say push, it's not like he tapped her. He pushes her. Like, people behind her start moving. And she's like, so she just goes, excuse me, please. And he's like, whoa, what the? He starts swearing, starts cussing, starts pushing her. I just say, oh boy, I carry my daughter. I carry her. I put her in the chair behind. My son is on the other side. I said, move. I told him to move, like, towards that side. Because I was like, yo. We're not going to catch stray bullets here. Nobody's catching stray bullets. My children are not catching stray bullets because you want to fight a female. I don't know what, like, it's not that deep. Even if you thought she was rude or whatever, like, just let it go. This guy, he like was pushing her. And the thing is, no one did anything. So I just touched her hand and I said, excuse me. I was just like, please just don't fight back. Because for me, I was like, this guy will slap you. He's like that kind of person. So I was like, I just had her, I said, just come past. But it's just like, it was just no man. I mean, I'm not saying that. Well, I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest. But you would think that, like, a guy would stand up and be like, you know, this guy, how far now? What's going on? You know? But everybody just minded their business. I guess nobody else wanted to catch stray bullet. Nobody wanted to get slapped. Nobody. But I was just like, do better, man. That guy was... And I always feel like, why do we misbehave when we land in Nigeria? Like, what was the reason? You just letting her pass. And the thing is, I always find that, like, being a woman, a lot of guys, like, you're not thinking, what I'm thinking is she's rushing to use the toilet and she's desperate to use the toilet. For me, I'm not even just thinking that it's the toilet. She could be bleeding. She could be having the time of the month. Like, I have heavy periods. It could be leaking and she's thinking, let me go and sort this out before I have to come back. Or, you know, toilets when you get to Murtala Mohammed Airport. She's thinking, I don't want none of that. You know, like... But for me, there is nothing that she did that was so awful that this guy felt he had to, like, put his hands on her. It's really not that deep. Anyway, yeah, so that was just a little story to tell. As regards to 2023, I think just be expectant, you know, do you. I don't make New Year's resolutions anymore. I haven't in like 5 years because, I mean, I have an idea of like what I want to achieve during the year, but beforehand I would have been like, well, I'll start working out on the 1st of January. Today's the 9th. Not happening. No, today's my first workout day. I shouldn't say that because that's why I say it's the beginning of the year, really, today. My diet starts today, but I'm not going to be so hard on myself. And I think something I've realized over the years is that I am my own worst critic. And what's that noise? Anyway, I'm my own worst critic, and I just feel like the last few years have been hard, man. And it hasn't been easy with COVID and, you know, inflation, and it's just been heavy. And I think that as a people, we should just be easier on ourselves and like give yourself a pat on the back, man. I think we're just hard on ourselves, and I know I am on myself, but I'm wishing you guys nothing but goodness, nothing but blessings, and just a spectacular, phenomenal 2023. Absolutely phenomenal. I know I'm going to have a phenomenal 2023. Don't know about you, but I know I am. And I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.